Hey guys, how are you and welcome back to my channel. On today's video, I'm gonna show you another inventory of my foundations, but this time it's gonna be my high-end inventory of foundations, and these are my personal foundations. These have nothing to do with either my palettes, my foundation palette, or my kit foundations. So I'm just gonna start because there are a ton. If I already finished some and I don't remember, I will make sure to check out my empties videos and write them down so that I can give you at the end of the year an accurate feeling of how many I finished throughout the year, or how many I declutter, or how many I gave away, etc. So if you want to see which high-end foundations I have in my collection and my thoughts on them, then just keep on watching. I have a ton of foundations and they do not match me. I have here written down that I have 23 right here. And I don't know if I finished a few. I think so. I think I finished a few. I know I finished a ton from my kit, but I don't remember if I finished personal foundation except for the NARS one Ceylan or Ceylan. But I don't remember if that was last year or this year. I don't remember. I will have to check my empties like I said. So I'm gonna show them to you in no particular order. I'm just gonna grab them and show them to you. This is the YSL Le Tint Fusion Ink Foundation on the shade BD50. And I used to have this one and I finished it completely. It's one of my favorite YSL foundations. I love it. I love the finish of it. I just have to use it more. And the shade is dark for me. I need just to really highlight it or do fake tan, but this is so incredible. The formula of this foundation is so different and it looks like velvet on your skin when it settles. It feels super light. It's not a foundation that you should use every day, because if you use it every day, it has alcohol in it, so it can dry your skin, but I love the finish of this one. This is a BB cream, and this I've used about 3 or 4 times, maybe 7 times, and that would be too much. This is the Dior Skin Nude BB Cream in the shade 003. This is good, but it doesn't quite match me. I have to just try and finish it, maybe travel with it and take it as my only foundation just to make myself use it until I finish it, because it's good. It's just the shade doesn't match me like all of them. This is the MAC Studio Fix Fluid Foundation, and one of my cousins, she gave it to me for my kids. This is in the shade NW44. So what I have to do is, if you already watch my drugstore inventory, I have a few of the darker shades. I have to do a declutter and see what I can just remove from my collection from the darker shades, because I have so many and I only need 1 or 2 as mixers. So yeah, this foundation, maybe this will be one to stay because the Studio Fix Fluid has a good reputation as a foundation. Then I also have here this one. This is the Power Fabric by Giorgio Armani. I prefer the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk, but this is a good long-lasting foundation. I've used about almost half of it, and I think it's really nice. It's just that, again, it doesn't quite match me, so I stopped using it. This used to be on my kit, but here I don't do that much photography makeup, and this is amazing for different type of weather, and here it's super hot and this will melt off my skin because I also used to use it on myself. I use this from time to time as a contouring product for my kids, and I love it because it comes in a stick form. It's easier for me to carry it. Then you can see that I love these products. I already went through one of them completely. I don't know if last year or this year. I think it was last year. And I have these 2 shades, but these I love. This is a beautiful shade for me. This is the Y405. I can highlight it with concealer. So I really need to go through this batch of foundations. They're amazing. They're one of my favorite formulas. It's just that here, if I put them on clients, it won't last on their skin. They're just too emollient, and the weather here is too humid. I haven't used it once, and I used to have it in a lighter shade, and I finished it when I was in New York. This is the shade Tan Deep Sand, and I love this foundation, or I used to love it. It's just that I don't know why I purchased it in a darker shade. It's just what always happens to me. But I remember that Jasmine Han was using it on her clients, and I thought I have to try that again just to see if I can just add it to my kit as a foundation for my kid. But since I bought it in that really dark shade, I haven't used it. So yeah, maybe I will sell it because I haven't used it once. I have here my NARS Stromboli foundation. This is basically more than halfway gone, and this I want to finish just completely. This is one of my favorite foundations, but I just have so many that I need to go through. This was discontinued, and I opened this recently, about 6 months ago, or even less than that. This is the All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation by NARS, and it's already like right here because I've been using it as a bronzer, but I have so much to go through, and it's too pink for me. Then I have these two Urban Decay All Nighter foundations, and I like this. It's just that it oxidizes awfully, like 10 shades darker. No, but 4 shades darker than what it actually is. So I use it from time to time, but it's just not something that I know how I'm gonna look like after half an hour of wearing it. It's full coverage, it's really good. One was sent to me by Octoly and the other one I purchased. I just wish I purchased like a shade 1 or 2 or 4 or something. Like shade 1 would, I think, would oxidize to my perfect skin tone, but shade 6 or 7, they get extremely dark and orangey on me. This is another one that I truly like. This is the Lancome Tantedol Ultra. This was sent to me again by Influencer a while ago. This is in the shade 320 Base W, and this works for me. It's a little bit darker, but it works for me, and I like it. I'm not in love with it. It's a good one, but it's not the best one out there. And this is one that I know I could finish as well if I just put my mind through it, because it's one of the shades that almost matches me perfectly. These I don't like, and these Liza Eldridge used it, or she had a guest. Adele makeup artist was in her channel, and she said that she uses the Estee Lauder Double Wear Light on Adele, and I bought it in the shade 3. This is so pink on me, so pink on me. You can use it with a light hand, but it's just pink, and I hate that it's pink. I love the consistency, the lightness of it, but it's just too pink on me. So if you can find your right shade, it's good, but again, doesn't quite match me. Dior Undercover Foundation, the 24-hour full coverage one in the shade 031. This is good. Too dark, but good. I've used it about 3 times or 4 times. The Dior Forever, on the other hand, I've used about half a bottle already, and this is in the shade 021. I would be even lighter than the 021, but this almost matches me, and it's a good foundation. They now remove these from their line. They have 2 Dior ones, the glow one and the regular one, I don't remember, but they don't have this one anymore. This used to be like Jaclyn Hill's Holy Grail foundation. I have here these two. This is the Giorgio Armani Face Fabric Foundation, and this is a foundation that has basically no coverage. It's sort of just a hint of a tint, and I should have by now the full face of Duping the Vibes of Glacier, and you would see me there using this as a foundation. And this, as you can see, doesn't really cover anything, but it just sort of perfects the skin. I love the scent of it. This was a gift by my friend Jamie. She got it, I think it was from Influencer, and she didn't like it. She likes a heavier coverage, but I love when I can use a foundation that feels like skin. This is the Becca Ultimate Coverage Complexion Cream, and I bought the shade Olive, and I was wanting to try this because I love an olive undertone for my foundations as bronzers, just to put in the contours of my face. And this is so full coverage. It's no joke, and it feels like it's a little bit drying when you're using it. So I've used it a couple times, but I don't enjoy the formula that much. I find it to be super heavy, but the color, it's beautiful. I just find it to be too heavy. You can see, I don't know if you can see it right there. I also have here this Cryolan foundation, and these I used to mix for foundations that are heavy, just a couple drops, and it will lighten them a little bit. This is the High Definition Micro Foundation on Air, and I love this. You only need a few drops to use it as a mixer, and it works. It works. I bought these when I went to Panama in the Cryolan store, and I also use it to mix the Cryolan palette that I own. Then this is one of my favorites that I own, and it's basically the only one that matches my skin tone perfectly. This is the Etherealist Skin Illuminating Foundation, and this is my second bottle. But lately, since the weather is getting hotter, this will break up on me so bad because it's so humid right now. It's sort of summer here all year round, but this time of the year, oh my goodness, it's so hot and humid that my foundations can't take it. So these I've been mixing, and I'm hoping to finish it soon, and I will not repurchase foundations for a long while, but at one point I would like to repurchase this one. It's a beautiful one. It's just not for when the weather is this hot. Not at least on me, that my skin gets oily on my T-zone. Then this is beautiful. My dog, when she was little, she was more of a puppy. She bit it. This is the Tom Ford Trace Lace Foundation Stick in the shade Sable. And I have a ton of it. I was using it a few days ago. And I would like this in a few shades lighter for sure. This is a beautiful foundation. It's so easy to use. I have to put this in a project pan and just finish it because of the packaging. I never want to show it. I have a review of this foundation in this channel if you want to check it out. And then I have these two little samples of foundations. These I got recently. This is the Fenty Pro Filter Foundation in the shade 260, and this will maybe match me. And I'm curious to try because a lot of people say that it's an amazing foundation for oily skin. And I also have this little sample from the Dior Backstage Foundation in the shade 4N, and this would be a good bronzer or just an addition to my kit. And that's basically it for my high-end foundation collection. I have a ton, but as you could see, I'm always telling you guys that nothing matches me, and now you know that nothing does. These are basically the only two foundations that will match me, the Giorgio Armani Face Fabric and the Etherealist Foundation, and maybe the Fenty one. And the other ones that are close to matching me are the Forever Foundation by Dior and the Tantidol by Lancome. But the rest of them are just too dark for me. So I have to just find ways to use them, but it's not that easy. It's not that easy. You want to look like your skin belongs to you and not like you're wearing a mask, and it's hard when foundations do not match you. So I know I'm gonna get rid of a ton of my drugstore ones, and I'm gonna think it through and see if I want to get rid of my high-end ones. I've been thinking about putting these two on my kit because they could work there and just not keep them on my personal foundations. I will maybe use them up if I put my mind to it on my kit as a bronzing foundation for the body or just as a face contour. But I have to think about it. I have to try it on friends first to see if it's not gonna get that dark on them. So that's it for this video, you guys. Those are my foundations. Like I said, I'm gonna tell you after I do my palettes, my foundations in palettes, and my foundations for my kit, the amount of foundations that I have in my life. And after that, I'm gonna do a decluttering video and just pass on a few of them. None of them are really expired. In my opinion, they all smell good. The formula is not separated or oily. So that's it for this video, you guys. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. Again, put an emoji letting me know your skin tone and a similar emoji with just any emotion that you want the emoji to have, the little person to have. And that's it for this video, you guys. Let me know which is your favorite foundation and how many foundations you have on your personal kit. And I guess I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.